Okay, so I had a part 1 to the identity video, and it was like 7.5 minutes. I don't always, this is embarrassing to admit, but I don't always go back and listen to my video before I post it. So when that one wasn't posting, it kept saying like error uploading video. So I was like, what is going on? What's wrong with it? So I listened to that one. And because I had a phone call come in, it cut me off and then it wouldn't let me post. And I don't know enough about posting videos to like figure out a way around that. Anyways, I feel okay about it not posting because I did kind of ramble a little bit about it. I felt like the 1:20 video, the part 2, was like pretty much what I was saying in 7 minutes. So just to kind of recap, if you're wondering like where was the first part of that video, I was basically just saying that there is a very kind of overwhelming, scary feeling as you recover throughout your eating disorder and you find your identity shifting from somebody who, when you had your eating disorder, was maybe the fittest person or maybe the healthiest eater or the best macro counter or someone who never skipped a day working out or whatever. You have this identity that you didn't maybe intentionally set up, but throughout listening to an eating disorder and following behaviors that the eating disorder would have you do, you kind of create this identity. And I was just trying to explain how as you start to recover, you're not going to be the best macro counter. You're not going to be the most dedicated person at the gym. You certainly better not be. You are not going to be the cleanest, healthiest, organic eater. You're not going to be the leanest person in the room anymore, or the skinniest person, in your class, or whatever it is that you thought was so important, that you've held on to for so long, perhaps has kept you from recovering in the past. If you're truly recovering, truly committed to recovery, those things are going to go away. And then you have this thought of where and how am I going to replace that? Then who am I? If I am not known as Becky, the person who could, spend the longest time at the gym, or the person who people would always compliment on my body, or most dedicated to eating whatever, healthy, then who am I? Like, who am I then? And I had this fear because I was like, I don't know that I'm the best mom. I don't feel like I'm the best spouse to my husband. I don't feel like I'm a very good friend. So how can I lose my identity and then fall into what? Fall into who am I? This like identity crisis. But it was about halfway through my recovery when the identity shifted and it changed very fast for me within the first couple months. But maybe 5 or 6 months in my recovery, I realized like, I actually have no idea. Like, I feel like that's completely stripped from me. I don't have that anymore, the old identity. And I don't really know who I am. And I felt very exposed and so vulnerable and just uncomfortable. Like, so uncomfortable physically in my body, but uncomfortable with who I was. I didn't know who I was. And I had this thought as I journaled and contemplated and really did a lot of mental work on this of like, well, who's to say I can't create a new identity? Who's to say that I can't become a really good, present, involved mom that can give a lot of love? Who's to say that I can't be a better spouse and that I can't be more connected and open with my husband? Who's to say that I can't start reaching out to friends that I've kind of cut off in the past or put walls up and reconnect with them? And so as I started to realize that like these options are opening, as my eating disorder is shifting and going away, I realized I could recreate a new identity. I could be someone who recovered from an eating disorder. I could be someone who fought a really hard fight for 20 years and struggled throughout that eating disorder and then literally had to kick my own butt in recovery and stay so disciplined and so committed to get to this end result or end goal that I wanted of being fully recovered from it. That could be something. I can do hard things. That could be part of an identity for me. And that's something I value. Being able to do hard things is one of my values. When things get tough, not quitting, not giving up, not going back, staying to the end. And so I just encourage you to kind of think about wherever you are, if you haven't started recovery, if you're contemplating starting recovery, if you're in recovery, if you're towards the end of it, wherever you are, I just want you to know, have a very open mind to the idea of you recreating an identity for yourself. And what does that look like? Write it out. Be as specific as you want, but make it really clear in your mind of, who's to say I can't do all those things? Who's to say that I can't be the person that I want to be? Now that I have the eating disorder gone, I don't follow all these ridiculous militant rules every single day. I can recreate the person I want to be. So hopefully this message gives you hope and some direction in your thoughts and rewiring process, and helps you to kind of push past that fear of the unknown and not really knowing who you might be without it. So good luck.